everyone. Welcome back to another session of Undr Exposed, session 15. Today we have, go ahead, tell everybody who you are.
Hello, my name is Kristion Jewell, but you can call me Jewel for short if you're cool. But today,
Jewel, if you're cool.
alliteration is important. But yeah, my name is Kristion Jewell. I am a musician, a painter, a fashion designer, filmmaker, the whole little person of existence. And I'm here to spread my art and then leave the earth.
I love that. I love that. Spread the art and then leave it. I saw this thing on somebody's car and it said, "Earth without art is eh."
Bro, that's literally, here's the thing. This is how you know how you were born with a purpose and certain things that you're supposed to do. I remember when I was in elementary school and we had a project that we had to do. You know how you get the construction board, you do whatever. And it was you can either do a science project or do something that you're passionate about. And I did art. I picked art. I was I'm going to make a project about art. And I don't know how I found that quote at 6 or 7 or 8, but I found that quote and I put it on the board and I was earth without, but it's always been my mentality growing up too in life as well, because really take away creation, none of us would be here, because it literally takes the process of creation to be born. And so it's one of those things where it's earth without art is literally you don't have anything. You don't have anything at all, whether it's music, whether it's film, whether it's whether it's clothing, whether it's food, whether it's love. If you can't create, you don't have anything at all.
Anything, yeah. Yes. Ooh, how did I even come up with something to say? Okay, just interview done.
That's it. Go stream my music.
Well, since we are talking about art, how does your art reflect into your music? I noticed that you like to paint. You design your own clothes. Oh, shout that out too, by the way.
Oh yeah, my brand is called Rare Jewel. I take all of my paintings and I put them on actual physical artwork, and then I also do and upcycle anything that people like. So if you have an old hoodie, if you have old shoes, if you have literally this weekend for Mother's Day I painted my mom's old chairs. If I can paint anything on it, that's what I'm doing. But that is called Rare Jewel. It is a streetwear fashion brand that is up and coming in Atlanta.
Great. Wonderful. Love that. We're gonna make sure we tag that in there.
Please do. And buy something.
Go buy something.
Buy something.
Now.
Anything.
Yeah. So, but back to the question, how does your art translate into your artistry?
How my art translates into my artistry is probably just because as a person, I think I'm so emotional. In the most realist and the most honest form, I'm a very emotional person. And I've always have been, but growing up, I diluted it and I shut down my emotions for so long. And at some point in my journey, I was you know what? I could do something with this. This actually could be something nice if I let it be. And so for me, my art translates just because it's my form of expression, and it's my form of if I'm going through anything in my life, whether it be love or about trauma, about gender, about individuality, about spirituality, I, instead of bottling these thoughts up and bottling these emotions or these feelings or perspectives up, I utilize art as the form of expression and just getting it all out. Because the thing is, once it's gone and once you put it out there, it's not you don't go through it anymore, but it's just you can navigate it a little bit better, because you're not this is my frustration
alone.
And I'm just in here. And the thing is too, people, we don't realize how much we are all the same people.
Yes.
We don't realize that we're all no matter what the situation is, we're all going through the same shit. It's just in different forms. Yeah. And so I like to think of it as if you write the word, right? If you write the word "the" in a Google Doc or a Word document, but you change the font, does it change the word?
Ooh. No.
So it's the same stuff with people. And so when you're going through shit, or when you're going through tough emotions, or you're even going through trauma or healing, you're oftentimes not alone, but it may feel alone because you're only keeping it to yourself. And so for me, art is just that. You know what? I know other people have experiences similar. I know other people will be able to relate to this and maybe heal through what I'm going through. So I'm going to give it up.
I respect that. And I definitely see it in your music for sure. Your songs were incredible. And it's not just like you're talking about what anybody could talk about. These are personal stories that you're sharing with us and allowing us to feel and have emotions.
Good.
Emotions are important.
You need them.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
are you gonna do?
Yeah, right?
What are you gonna do?
You can't feel.
If you don't feel anything, what are you going to do?
What is that? Yeah, I'm trying to think about it. Wild. Because right now I feel great.
Good.
But what if you couldn't feel that?
True. It's kind of like, especially with like technology and stuff and like AI. I know this is going on YouTube, so I'm calling you out, AI. This is scary because we're entering into this era right now, and like even though we're in the present right now, but there is this like, I don't know, like just a transformation of technology, but now utilizing technology in the world where it is now controlled. Like I had a student, right? I was teaching them, we were talking about rapping. And we were talking about like coming up with rhymes and stuff like that. And like their job was to like come up with a rhyme that we could say. And he was like, and he said something. He was like, you know what though, Miss Jewell, there's an AI thing that if you can't say it, the AI will say it for you. And I'm like, what? Like the fact that like they're in elementary school and they're aware of this, but it's also the thing too. Imagine how you're gonna develop as artists now in this technological, like taking over generation, where it's just something where if you it kind of relates back to that level of feeling. The only thing that's going to be able to separate you is that you have human emotions, you have human experiences, you have the highs, the lows, the in-betweens of going through life versus AI.
Yeah. Yeah. A program.
So as we move forward, just make sure you're tapping into what you truly feel, because
you could be stuck. Yes, that's great. So I guess my last question for you today, and this is a two-parter, it's where do you see your music now? And then since we're talking about AI, technology, the future, where do you see it down the line? And it doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, I think it's going to be this genre or this, but just holding true to who you are, where do you see it?
I think something in this stage of my life, I'm so inviting into change and so inviting into development. A lot of the artists I look up to, the reason why I look up to them is that because they didn't stay the same throughout their lives, and they're still creating and they're still doing different things. And so like where I see myself right now as an artist, I just see myself, honestly, I use my music as a journal. I use it as this like platform of like, you know, I had a failed talking stage to the booth I go type stuff, and it works, and I'm grateful for that expression, because if I wasn't, I'd be bottling it up. But as I develop as not only an artist, but especially as a woman and a spiritual person, I want to tap in more into being a spiritual leader with my music and talking about the things I'm learning right now within meditation, within healing, within different religions, and within just the diversity of God. And so as I grow as a person and as an artist, I hope in the future my music is more resonating less about like moody love songs to like, or not moody, but like love songs and the ups and downs, but like more to being like spiritual leadership of like, this is how you heal yourself, this is how I healed myself, this is where the journey can take you outside of just being earthly. And so really, I think now I want to be like, I'm in my Drake era. Please. As simple as
Shots for me, era.
Yeah, right. Like, yes. Like on the simplest tip. Like right now I'm in my like love songs, the ups and downs. But as I evolve, I hope to be more in my spiritual leader era.
I love that, and I can't wait.
Yeah, man.
To see. I'm gonna be streaming. I'll be like, oh, yeah. She's woke. But that is all for our interview. Everybody, you heard it here first. Kristion Jewell. Jewel, if you're cool. And before we close out, tell everybody where they can find you one more time.
Yes, you guys can find me as Kristion Jewell. So on YouTube at Rare Jewel. My Instagram is KRISTION.JEWELL. On Spotify and any streaming platforms, you can find me under that name. And then on YouTube as Rare Jewel, so RAREJEWEL. L. And then, also my brand. You can find my brand at also Rare Jewel. Look at me, Rare Jewel on Instagram, and then also on any website, any platform. But thank you guys. Oh, and those songs that you heard are off of my new upcoming EP, Untitled number 13. Please go stream it. Music videos are coming out soon. Thank you guys so much.
Dope. And thank y'all for tuning in to another session of Undr Exposed. We can't wait to see y'all next week. Bye.